Coming up today on Ktown Social Club, Ed's blind date. OC Koreans rally in support of President Yoon of South Korea. A disappointed white girl in Korea. And is Lindy Lee a spy for communist China? All that coming up and more. From Koreatown, Los Angeles, thank you for tuning in to Ktown Social Club. For the issues you really care about. With Young Kim, David Yoon, Hajin Cho, Ed Choi, and I'm your host, Michael Kim. And with that, let's start the show. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Ktown Social Club. I'm Michael Kim, and I'm joined today by Ed Choi as usual. John Yee has returned again. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
Yes, and for the first time joining Ktown Social Club is Ron Schaller.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Ron.
Hi. Yeah, Young Kim couldn't make it today, so Ron's filling in for Young. Ron happened to be in the office, so anyway. And David Yoon couldn't make it today, and I asked John in the morning. David Yoon let me know early in the morning.
Oh.
And then Young Kim let me know like an hour ago. So thanks, Young.
Both still technically a little short notice.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yeah, we just had a Valentine's Day weekend, right? You guys all have a good Valentine's Day? How about you, John?
I think you're the only one here.
Am I the only one
single.
coupled up here?
Yeah.
Oh, we went skiing in Mountain High.
Oh, that's not true.
That's Wrightwood, right?
Is that? I just know it was an hour and a half drive. It was packed. Everyone had the same idea to go skiing, so we did that. It was nice.
Okay.
With my cousin, little baby cousin.
So you went skiing, and then, yeah, that's cool. What did you do, Ed?
I have no idea because I don't know what. It
Jajangmyeon,
was just an every other day.
Oh, wait, Valentine's Day, we hung out a little. Actually, I remember.
Oh, was that the day?
That was in the daytime.
Oh,
yeah.
that's romantic.
Oh, it was. We did hang out during the day.
What you all do?
Just hung out.
Aren't you supposed to eat jajangmyeon if you're single? Isn't that like a thing?
I think
Is
that's
that a thing?
April
Yeah.
14.
Oh, for
is there a
White Day?
specific day for it? Oh, never mind.
Well, White Day is
Oh, no,
is
that's
the past
March.
one, and then whatever that day, and then there's Black Day.
Oh, Black
that's
Day.
when
Jasmine.
I think
people-
February
That
is
makes
women
sense.
to men, March is men to
Men
women,
to women,
and then
singles. Yep. Yeah,
Korea
yeah.
really wants to
Something
put you
like
in a
that.
category.
Yeah, Korean people love putting others in boxes.
yeah.
I hate it.
and what'd
Actually,
you do?
yeah, I lied. Ron has a
Yeah.
fiance, so
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm actually really poor right now, so I got my fiance flowers and then made a coupon that said redeemable for a Valentine's Day at a future date.
Oh, cool! Like just redeemable for a Valentine's.
Yeah, like
it like a
day,
massage?
dinner, and I guess better flowers next
No.
time. Yeah, so,
Cool.
but yeah, she understands.
That's
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
very
she's
sweet.
a fiance.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Great.
lots of money getting married.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots
All
of
right.
saving.
Great. And also that came out just before the day before Valentine's Day was a video that came out by Radio Korea. It's called "Blind Date." TikTok influencer meets a tooth gem artist. And this is your blind date, isn't it, Ed?
Yes.
Yeah. So there you are.
That was a good one.
For whom? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was fun.
Yeah. So okay, let's skip this part here. There's Ed. Yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
yeah, the green screen and the lighting thing.
Makes you look sick.
Yeah.
I love you wore a hoodie to this interview.
Well, I forgot it was happening that day. So
Come on.
Oh yeah, it was right before we filmed an episode.
Yeah, it was
here,
right before
yeah.
we filmed an episode here, and yeah, I didn't know we were gonna do it then.
So how?
I also didn't shave for it, so
Yeah. So people want to know how's it going, or is that a secret, or because
What was how were you selected for
Okay,
this?
never
Or How
mind
was
that.
she selected for it? It was just
it was all random.
Random. Okay.
We have not gone on a date since
How many days has it been?
3 weeks.
Oh, then that book's closed. I feel
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, she was nice. She was great. I just don't know if we're a fit.
Okay.
Well, props
She
to you
seemed
for
like
putting that
she
on.
liked you.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me
I think she really did like him, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that
But-
makes me feel horrible.
Yeah.
But
But anyway,
Well, if
yeah.
she's watching this,
sorry.
She probably won't watch this.
She
but,
won't.
She won't watch it.
But yeah, anyway, if you guys want to see how Ed does on a date, go check it out. It's the Rocco Life channel, and you can see Ed. He goes into a sauna. You eat dumplings.
We eat some dumplings.
You eat pig feet.
Yeah, she teaches me how to play Korean games and then beats me at it.
Yeah.
And then, we ate some chokbal, which I had for the first time, pig feet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Did you like it?
Yeah, chokbal was delicious.
Oh, it's the
that
best.
place was
Good.
delicious.
Yeah. LA Wangbar.
Yeah.
So
And then
yeah.
we painted each other's faces. Mine was very embarrassing because her nose is gray.
Yeah, he put a gray nose on her. But anyway, yeah, that's Ed's date. Don't forget to check it out. Also, this past weekend on Saturday, the 15th, there was another rally. I think it was like the 4th or 5th or 6th time in a row they've done it. It's for the conservative Korean Americans. They're like different because I hear a lot of conservatives that don't support this, but these are the conservative Koreans who are still in support of President Yoon Suk-yeol of South Korea. And I went there on Saturday with our crew and with Young Kim. I was hoping we could talk about it, but we were there and we were just interviewing the people there, like, why are you here? What's going on? Because we don't really know much. Apparently, China is involved with influencing South Korean elections, they say. I don't know how accurate that is, and China has too much influence over Hollywood, apparently. And also,
is that why Hollywood oftentimes doesn't play American movies?
doesn't play American movies?
Yeah, like a lot of Marvel movies don't get
Oh.
shown in
Or they
China.
edited it tremendously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they, in a way, they
Yeah,
do bend
right,
over
right.
back somewhat.
The one who said that China was influencing Hollywood, I asked him, do you think Israel or has any influence? And then I don't know, maybe not. So anyway,
Wait, what was their answer? They
I don't
didn't know.
remember actually. I think I need to go back, and that might have been off camera. Because there was one lady I talked to once the cameras were off, like she was talking a lot, but I don't think I got that on. I don't think we got that on camera.
Because I'm assuming a lot of those Yoon supporters are also Israel supporters.
Probably.
Yeah. If I had to make an assumption.
Most conservatives, I think, tend to be Israel supporters, especially those types who are very, very pro-U.S. and very pro-conservative. They tend to be very pro-Israel. So I was there I wasn't there to start anything. I don't really agree with them, but I don't really know what's going on. So I just went to ask them questions, and, if things didn't make sense, I would ask for clarification. And
So what was the overwhelming answer as to
Yeah.
why?
Why
Why?
one lady told me that, she didn't really know what was going on either, but she went online and did her own research.
Of
And
course.
she recommended that I do my own research as well.
That means she doesn't
And-
know. Yeah.
Of course. I have a website I'll send you.
I was hoping for some specifics, but one lady I did talk to, she watches the show, I think. I think she likes the show. She mentioned, she even knew David. She saw him in the noodle video that we made. But I asked her where she gets her news, and I asked if one of them was Michael Wan's channel, and she said yes. And, so there's a lot of YouTubers out there sharing alternative views on what's going on. So, and, we're another YouTube channel, so, we provide other views too. And I'm all for open dialogue and discussion, because I don't think I agree fully with anyone here, right? But
No, that's the
we've
point, I
had
guess.
disagreements on this
Yeah,
program.
for
and-
sure.
And, when I was there, just in case, I did wear a MAGA hat. Young Kim brought us MAGA hats about a month ago. I hadn't worn it, but then since I was going out there, just in case people thought I was there to, like, cause trouble, I put it on so that nobody would, suspect me. Because I wasn't trying to, start anything anyway.
Trying to
but
blend in.
some people did compliment me on the hat. I think 3 people. So.
After you did the serious interviews, you should have started trolling them and done one of those things where they you read like a quote from Hitler, but you pretend like it was from Biden, and then they say shit about it, and you're like, oh, actually, that was Trump.
What was their call to action there? Like, what do they want the U.S. to do?
I don't know. I think they were just raising awareness. I don't know what the action plan is.
But it sounds like they don't even know what they're raising awareness about, other than they're not happy.
There were signs. It says CCP out. So they want the Chinese Communist Party out of Korean politics, and out of the U.S. apparently. Yeah, I would like to. I invited a few of them to come on the show so we could have a more in-depth conversation. One lady especially, she was the most outspoken and vocal critic of the CCP there. She was giving speeches. She's been on our Culture Shock program in episode 1. Sue Yu, you know Sue Yu?
Soon, no.
Okay, yeah.
Don't sue me.
I mean, this mimics a lot of what's even happening on the far right here in America, which is the demonizing of China. And I mean, say what you want about China, but I mean, they're just copying, I think, the pretty much same playbook as the U.S. here.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
assuming none of them had any evidence or talking points as to what specifically China is doing.
I mean, apparently, influencing celebrities, influencing influencers with their money. One of them did say that China uses their money to like buy influencers or celebrities or whatever to, support them. So I said, America has more money, don't they? Like, why can't America use its money and power to influence celebrities instead? Because I feel that, if whatever China's doing is just in addition to whatever mass amounts of, influence the U.S. already has on Koreans.
There's a tangent, but the Blake Lively, the controversy going on between those two actors. Yeah. But the premise is that one actor was able to use all sums of money to do like a troll farm to shape how things are read and seen and perceived. So whether it's organic and paid, but I think this is the future. I mean, in many ways, the country with an army who can command bots pretty much and troll farm these kind of things. I mean,
Yeah.
Russia was doing
exactly.
that for
Yeah. So,
Supposedly.
yeah, supposedly. But yeah, here's OC Mom. I did an interview with her. She's, I think, one of the more involved ones. So they were protesting or rallying in front of the Jack in the Box there on Beach Boulevard. And I stopped by Jack in the Box first to get a Jumbo Jack. And while I was eating it, she came in and she recognized me. She's like, "Oh, Michael," and another person and whatever. And then, so I did interview her.
Did you have the MAGA hat on then?
No, I didn't put on the MAGA hat until right before I started interviewing people. So let's.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Scroll up. Is she wearing a "Make Korea Free Again" hat while then supporting America?
Korean Americans stand up and fight for motherland South Korea. If we stay silent now, our children's generation will be affected by our silence.
But aren't they supporting America's imperialism in South Korea?
I think her view is that America helps keep Korea free.
Wow.
So
you bend over backward. You got to say whatever you kind of say and justify it. I mean, there's no consistency for some of these people.
I just always find it really weird when people keep licking boots that taste like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So here's here's some more people who are at the. I talked to that guy too, the young guy. I interviewed him.
Wow, was there a lot of young kids there?
No, there were only a couple. Like that young guy was one of them.
Were they by themselves or with their parents?
Drag them?
I don't know. There was one young lady I saw. She was with her parents. I don't know about the others. This guy
gosh.
I did talk to, and I did see Michael Wan there.
Doesn't sound like you guys talked.
I was about to talk to him. I was walking towards his direction, and I saw the young guy. So I did a quick interview with him. By the time I was done, I saw that Michael Wan he was kind of far away. So I guess, I didn't get a chance to talk to him. But we saw him there. And anyway,
Was the young kid that you interviewed, was he Korean American?
Yeah, this guy right here. He goes to UCLA. I think he's a second-year student there, and I showed him our channel.
What gen is he? First gen, second gen, third gen?
I think second.
Second gen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
I had a pretty good interview with him. I told him, there's a lot of communists, out there, like, what do you think we should do about them? And,
What did he say?
He had a very good answer. He said we should pray for them. I mean, it's better than,
Round them up.
kill them, send them to prison. He said we should pray for them. And, I can appreciate that. He wants, from his point of view, he wants these infidels or whatever to be saved.
What was his major gripe? Economics? What brought him there? As a young kid, I wonder what it is that he saw in life.
Yeah, because that still image looks like he's spouting something,
윤석열 화이팅.
20대세요?
Oh, maybe it's this one?
20대세요? 네.
Oh, that's just the same video. Anyway, there's a lot of people. Communist Party denounce.
You think we'd be like over the simple framing of communism,
Well, I mean, simple people, simple minds, right?
but like the Cold War is behind. It's like I was born near the end of the Cold War, and you think we would have understood the concept
Well, it
better.
just, I don't know. It just kind of almost seems like they don't even understand what's happening to Yoon. They're just using as a
Right. You're right,
proxy to just spout their.
It's
like,
a vehicle for them
xenophobia.
to let something out. Exactly.
They're like, oh no, the plane crashed. China.
DEI.
Yeah, what?
I was looking through the video to see if I was going to.
If you were captured with your MAGA hat?
Yeah, with my MAGA hat. You know, I participated in some of the chants.
Yeah, see, that's what I would be scared of.
Yeah.
Just
so
one person to film that.
You know, again, I went there to kind of troll, but you know, they were nice people, and a lot of them were like really old Korean, like 할아버지's, 할머니's. Like, I'm not gonna troll them. You know, I'm gonna show some respect to them. So, I just wanted to talk to the people who were willing to talk and just get their opinion. And you know, again, I invited a few of them on the show. I hope they appear, but we'll see. So, that's that. But the interviews are coming out later this week, I think, or Monday at the latest. I don't know. We're editing those interviews now. And also, what else? Afterwards, Young Kim and I, we went to the Source Mall in Buena Park. You guys been there?
Oh yeah, of course.
You haven't been there still?
No.
Have you
What?
been there,
I think
Ron?
so.
It's like Madang times 3.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
That's where the other CGV is, right?
That's where all the Koreans are moving to.
You know, you say times 3, but it's more like times
10.
6.
Shut. It's that much bigger.
It's
you think?
huge. It's huge.
Isn't it kind of comparable to what's that outdoor mall? Westfield? Not Westfield.
The Grove?
No, not the Grove. The one in
Century City?
Century City.
Westfield?
Yeah. Isn't it about the same size as Century City Westfield? Oh, I did say Westfield.
You know, I think Century City's bigger.
Slightly bigger, but it's comparable-ish.
I would say it's closer to Westfield than it is to Madang. But, yeah.
Somewhere
because-
in there
But
between.
Westfield includes what? Nordstrom and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, without those anchors, it's like about that, right?
About the same,
About.
yeah. It's a big place.
Which is huge. That's the point. Yeah.
And it's almost like all Korean vendors and stores.
Yeah. So Young Kim and I went there to do some kind of tour and food video, just like last time we did that noodle video in Arcadia when we were out there buying guns. And, you know, we're making a video on how you can buy guns, the process, you know.
There was an episode on this.
Not yet.
We're working on it because I didn't have all the required documentation. Like I didn't have a real ID, so I gotta get
You
my
have to have
real
a real
ID.
ID?
Yeah.
Oh, so there are some
Or a
barriers
passport,
to
or you
getting
have
a
to
gun.
have.
Well,
In
my
California.
my passport was expired,
Oh.
so I was gonna get the
Samesies.
real ID, but then I needed my passport to get the real ID, so I got my passport now. Anyway, I gotta figure it out, and then I need like a utility bill and whatever. So we're gonna have that's gonna be Ktown Gun Club, you know, tentative title, Ktown Gun Club coming up soon. But this time we went to the Source Mall, Young Kim and I, and we went, you know, eating and walking around, and
What'd you guys eat?
we went to this place, you know, egg slut type of thing. It's like egg slut, and then we
The
got
Korean
like,
ones?
yeah, and then we got like a dalgona coffee, you know that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
those caramel chunks.
You guys
Whatever.
were on a date. That's cute.
Yeah, it looked like that. Actually, I realized, and then we went
Well,
to
only the parts where you're feeding each other.
yeah, and you know he did feed me. Anyway, you know those ramen places in Korea where you just buy a pack of
Self-serve?
ramen,
Yeah.
and you pour it in, and then the water comes out and all that. Did you go there?
Yeah,
at the
it
source.
looks like a pojangmatcha.
yeah, and like a nice one.
Wait, isn't,
Like
there,
a-
one,
like-
isn't
yeah.
there one in Koreatown too?
There is, yeah, sip
But
and
it-
slurp.
Oh,
that's
where
a-
you can like go and go to your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I think it's self-serve. It's just like
You know where the
walk in.
halal guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that area.
Oh, I had no
But
idea.
then there's like other stuff you can add in too, right?
This place didn't have. At least I didn't see
the
it.
fancy accoutrements.
So they just said you got to buy the ramen first, and then you can buy the bowl. And you know, we you know for the video we did it, and we shared a shinramen black.
Aw.
What else? Then we
You
went.
guys cross arms.
We didn't go that far.
Lady in the Trampet with the needle.
You know, and Young Kim's birthday is on February 14th.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe that's why he bailed today, because he had impromptu birthday plans. But
I doubt it.
don't think that's what happened.
But yeah, we got each other gifts. We ended up getting each other the same gift. But, you know, if you want to check it out, you'll see the video later.
No, I love that mom.
So
it was more like a date.
I guess so, yeah. And then, you know, we had some soju and, you know, things got a little, you know.
Whoa.
Are there good places to drink there? I've only been there during the daytime. I've never done night stuff there.
Yeah, there was like kind of like a pub, you know, like a pocha type place on the 3rd floor that we went to. It was called 미술관. You know, they have like, you know, corn cheese and dubu and all that stuff, you know.
So being from Ktown, I always compare that with Madang, right? These are these two like very Korean shopping malls. And I'm always shocked how many younger Koreans go to the source as opposed to like Madang. So it makes me feel like everyone is leaving, and people are leaving Ktown. It's getting too expensive.
Also,
Yeah, I don't
Madang is
think-
like, there's nothing there.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's not as...
There's like two worthy things.
And no
to
one
go
goes
there.
above like the 3rd floor, I feel like, or above the 2nd floor. 'Cause then the business always keep changing around there.
Yeah, except for the bookstore.
Oh, the bookstore's still surviving, huh?
Yeah, which I don't understand how,
goes
because
there?
every
Yeah.
time I go in there, which was one time, it was empty.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Oh, can you buy this book for your aunt's birthday?" And I was like, "Okay."
It's like when you go to K-Town Plaza, you see those stores, like, who shops here? I mean, clearly someone does because they're still in business, but they're like Ajima clothes
Yeah.
or like boutique.
Everyone that I know goes to Madang for 3 things. H-Mart, 4 things. H-Mart, arguably the movie theater, even though I don't know
go,
anyone
yeah.
who goes to the movie theater. Somi,
Yep.
and the
That's
Pingsu place,
Oh, okay.
Solving.
which is right next to each other.
Cheongjam is good, though, for food-wise.
I have gotten the cheese corn dogs on the 1st floor at that
Oh,
stand,
yeah.
which I saw recently. The prices have like doubled.
How much are
Yeah.
they? Over $10?
A meat on a stick was like $10 for like 1 stick or something. It was something insane. I just was like, what?
All right. Anyway, so yeah, and on to the next thing. Wow, we're a third of the way through. I want to give a shout out to Gershom. Gershom, who's been on the show, he sent us a gift to the show. You guys know Squid Game? These kongis. You know, you guys know this. You know how to play this?
Yeah, you made
yeah.
us
I suck
play
at
on
it,
air
though.
before.
I don't know if I can play right now. Oh, all right. That's as far as I go. There we go. These are
See
pretty
this? Doot, 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 doot. So show the screen. If you want to get your own kongi set, go to Etsy, and you can find the seller name is Swanky View. Swanky View, because Gershom is a swanky dude, and yeah, it's $24. He has like other sets that are a little cheaper, but yeah, they're pretty cool. These are all 3D printed, and they have the little ball bearings inside, so it shakes. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks, Gershom. All right, next thing. On to some local news, finally. Hey, you guys know LA County DA Nathan Hochman? He's been on the program.
Heard of them? Yeah.
You guys have any opinions on him yet? Or still too early to tell? Okay.
He's very aggressive.
Impressive?
Aggressive.
Oh, aggressive? Yeah, so LA County DA Nathan Hochman, he vows stronger protections for Korean American crime victims. This is according to the Korea Daily. He had an interview with them. He emphasized the importance of crime reporting and said the DA's office will expand the number of Korean language interpreters. And he also said, as jail space is limited, nonviolent crime offenders should pay their dues through community service while reserving prison sentences for severe crimes like murder and rape. And he also held a press conference at KAFLA, Haninhue, with President Robert An to address crime affecting Koreatown residents.
That's him right there, isn't it?
Oh, it left. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert An here. He was a former LA marijuana commissioner. He's been on Culture Shock.
Ran for Congress.
Ran for Congress 2018, I think. Or 2016.
2016. Yeah.
And here's Nathan Hochman. And I don't. Oh, there's Steve Kang. Cool. I don't know who the others are. All right.
How do we feel about this?
I think it's nice to have, Korean language services for,
Yeah, that does sound nice.
and reserve the prison for, rapists and murderers. Seems pretty reasonable to me.
My issue is we need to have the same meeting with DOT, with the people dealing with infrastructure, because I feel like we think of safety in Ktown, and automatically our response is law enforcement, which is part of the formula. Don't get me wrong.
But that's reactive. We need
Exactly.
preventative.
Why aren't we sweeping our streets?
Yeah.
Why aren't we making our streets cleaner so people can walk? Why don't we make the buses run more regularly so people aren't waiting all the time outside? Why can't we have better public spaces for our seniors to hang out, where there's more community and safety through each other? And so it's this heavy on approach. And so, applause to having a meeting. Great, please protect Korean Americans through law enforcement. But those people should also be meeting with other agencies and demanding far, far more from Koreatown than just police force, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that would be nice. Harmonies and whatever. It'd be nice if they could, buy like bus tickets or whatever, public transportation and all that, and street signs or whatever.
Yeah, had a place to go.
Like the two guys who recently got killed because they got into like a kerfuffle over a scooter, no amount of law enforcement would have prevented that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But having more community tension releasing activities or events, better public spaces, like those are the things that can create more safety. So.
Right. All right. So, although we support Nathan Hochman's, initiatives here, we think, it's not enough just for crime. It's, these kind of services should be expanded to other areas as well. Okay. Next thing. Now, in Korea, a lot of women, including white women, go to Korea for sex tourism. Do you know that?
White women are
White
doing
one
it
is
now, too.
that studied? Is there data behind this, or where
got-
are you getting this from?
We've got passport girls.
No,
chicks.
for years there have been, men from Western countries going to like Asia or whatever, and they're like sex tourists, or now they're called passport bros because sex tourist doesn't sound good, or they used to be called sex pats, expat, sex pat, whatever.
We get it.
We got it.
But apparently, due to Hallyu and K-pop and K-dramas and all that, there are women who go to Korea looking for Korean men to like sleep with them, marry them, whatever.
Fucking gross.
They're looking for their oppas. So if you see like, that show 90 Day Fiancé or whatever,
Yeah.
you've seen like
Yeah.
girls who,
Like that Devon girl.
they're kind of like, whatever, and then they go to Korea looking for, good looking dude or whatever.
You know what?
and,
Let them. And let them
Yeah.
go. No. Let
So-
them go enjoy.
There's a lot of that going on now, and I lived in Korea 20 years ago. It wasn't like that, but had I been born 20 years later, anyway. So, one white lady went to Korea recently, and I have to say she looks pretty
Haggard.
mid. Is that the term?
All right.
For
Why do
haggard?
we even have to judge that? Why is that important to the story?
Oh, here's why it's important.
Because she's judgy.
yeah.
So she went to Korea hoping to find her hot oppa, and she made a TikTok or some video about her disappointment. So why don't we check out the video here?
I mean, it's just like the dumbest thing because it's like if people came to America, they're like, not everyone looks like, I don't even know who, but it's like, what? What?
She made this video.
Yeah.
Are you
She
freaking?
thought every. Oh my god.
It's like one thing to complain about it. It's another to
Put random.
put random people without consent, calling them ugly.
Oh my gosh. This
She
got me-
said she's been catfished and she wishes to leave immediately.
she's just joking here. I mean, this got to be a troll. This is ridiculous.
I don't think she is.
I think she's just that dumb. Thinking like if you think that everyone in Korea is a model, it's
Right,
another
but-
country.
well, that's what I'm saying.
There's different kind of people everywhere.
Yeah, it's
so
like
crazy.
watching American TV and being like, but why isn't everyone in TV in America look like that? It's because I don't know if you know how TV works. They
Oh my
pick the
God.
prettiest people to go on there.
especially
I mean-
Korean
Actually, not in
TV.
America. Actually, not in America.
Yeah,
Is she one that should be, I don't know.
picky.
Not with those fish eyes.
And then
pretty
I felt
basic,
attacked
like
when
that.
she showed this guy. I'm like,
At least they're not wearing the MAGA hat.
that guy kind of he's kind of my vibe. I don't,
Yeah, but that guy's got good style.
oh yeah, well he's
Yeah.
got.
That's what Koreans got good sound regardless of
Yeah,
how.
all of the guys that she showed has amazing
Yeah,
style.
yeah, right, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like that.
Like coming from a girl who's wearing like the J. Crew Cadillac, like shut the fuck up.
But you know what? We can be mad about this, or we can say this is just the cost of having Korean currency go up, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get people like these, trolls like this, but it's just part of the cross we carry.
Yeah, so
God, nothing is worse than being fetishized.
there was some someone said on Twitter in response, what an angry white lady on Instagram claimed she was catfished by K-pop stars and wants out of South Korea immediately because Korean men don't look handsome. Seriously, do you think everyone in South Korea possesses a star appearance and you don't think it's impolite to record other people without their permission and then put the videos online criticizing their appearances? No offense, but you also don't look that good. The snooty sexpat. Oh, sexpat attitudes of many Westerners visiting Asian countries baffle me. All right, so anyway, I hope she's back by now. I wonder where she's from. Like Minnesota or Idaho or anyway.
The West
like,
Side.
yeah.
She might be from Santa Monica.
She doesn't look like she's from California. No. She looks like she's from the East Coast or Midwest for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I met like white girls in Korea, they would be like from Kansas or Minnesota or it was weird like that. It was not like LA or New York.
Yeah, well, think about it. Because you have to be in those mindsets to be like, oh, to get a Korean guy, I have to go to Korea. It's like,
Yeah, you could just come to Ktown.
we exist here. People in California are like, why would I go to Korea to get a Korean guy?
Go to the source.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
The source, the mall. Not like K-Town is the source of Korean people. Because it's not anymore.
No.
Anyway, real quickly, I'm just going to breeze through this. In Miami, there was a guy who's very pro-Israel. He thought he saw 2 Palestinians and he shot them. Said, I got 2 Palestinians. Turns out he ended up shooting Israelis who called it anti-Semitic and said death to Arabs. So anyway, I got a few links for this. Yeah, he saw 2 Palestinians. I guess Palestinians and Israelis look alike to this guy. I don't know how he could even tell.
Yeah, what was his qualifying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's the funny thing
What was on the
about
car?
racism.
I mean,
It's based in ignorance.
all you need to know is this is what he looks like. He doesn't look like the brightest.
No, I mean, I don't think he even realized that he's literally proving the genocide right. I mean, he's not associated with Israel, but the hatred, the killing, it's like a local demonstration of what's happening in Israel, right?
I can see that.
So I guess this is one of the victims, originally in Hebrew. My father and I went through a murder attempt against anti-Semitic background. They tried to murder us in the heart of Miami, but the creator of the world is with us, so he didn't go. I want to say thank you to everyone for their support, and it is not taken for granted with Israel. Live Israel, death to the Arabs.
Wait, so he almost got killed by an anti-Palestinian hater, and now he is still hating on Palestinians, even though he.
All Arabs, I guess. Yeah, death to Arabs.
Or at least that's what he's claiming.
Yeah. So
So did he call him? Go, oh, you're okay. After he figured out, like.
you know what?
yeah. So what is this? Pro-Israel fanatic fired 17 shots at a father and son in Miami Beach, injuring both. Believing he had killed them, he smiled and told police, I killed 2 Palestinians. It turns out they were Israelis, and they told police they were victims of an anti-Semitic attack.
Oh my God! It's like this insane loop.
What is it?
It's like, it's literally.
I don't know.
I hate when people compare things to Idiocracy, but it's true.
It's quite a short video. Don't really.
That-
I
I
guess
thought that-
that's them, but yeah. Anyway,
That's crazy because I feel like you can see
The bullet.
the bullet, right? It's like in his.
Shouldn't?
Yeah. It's right there.
yeah. Anyway, I think one last tweet on this.
This isn't fake news, is it? It's real.
Oh no, it's real.
I think it's real.
It's real. Okay.
So this really happened. A Jewish man in Miami shot 2 fellow Israelis. I don't think he's Jewish, but anyway, after his arrest, he
Or he's
said-
Israeli, at least. Is that what they're purporting?
or he's pro-Israeli. Miami Israeli shooting. Let's see if anyone
But
else.
then
has covered it.
even to like brag to
Yeah.
the police that you just killed 2 people. Also, can we also comment on the fact that this motherfucker shot 17 shots and couldn't even kill somebody?
No.
Of course, it starts with a Florida man. Right, the
I'm
article.
not saying that I could. I'm not saying that I can, but that sounds ridiculous.
Did
So
you buy a gun too?
No,
Okay.
not yet, maybe.
Or maybe it's a secret.
But it's like crazy to shoot 17 rounds.
Yeah.
And
And
you
missed.
missed, essentially.
Wait,
you
so
hit them.
did he
but-
reload or wait? What firearm can hold 17 rounds? Glock 17. He had a Glock 17, I guess.
Oh, I didn't.
Oops.
I don't even know enough about guns to know that, but yeah, that makes sense. Because if it was an assault rifle, they'd be dead.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the next thing. Remember, people were wondering what happened to Jack Ma, you know, the Alibaba guy?
Oh yeah.
They thought, like, oh, the communists got it, whatever. I think all
They
they
were
did
claiming
was.
he disappeared.
Yeah, I think what they did was they basically said, hey, you're starting too much shit. You need to calm down and, you know, don't do this any. Like, basically, they told him, I guess, what our government should do to Elon Musk. The government there told Jack Ma to settle down or whatever. I forgot what he was trying to do.
And he did.
Maybe they like cut off his access to social media for 90 days. And
They
put him in
probably
a
could, right?
timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him on a social media detox.
Yeah. That's what Elon needs.
It is wild that the government can order the billionaire to do this. Well, it's the complete opposite
Yeah, complete opposite.
for us.
So, but he showed up recently. So President Xi Jinping and other top officials met with CEOs of tech giants like BYD, the car company, I think the largest EV manufacturer in the world now, Alibaba, Huawei, I don't know, CATL, Xiaomi, and Tencent. What is this? This is how public-private partnerships... Anyway, Jack Ma is... Let's see if we can catch him here somewhere. There's like a little glimpse of him. And even the DeepSeek CEO...
Was that him right there?
Founder... No, not him. Even the DeepSeek CEO was here. Isn't that the, who's that? Oh, that's the guy who created a robot company.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Jack Ma.
Yeah. But yeah, Jack Ma was at this event.
But I'm assuming at this event, the government was controlling the event.
Yeah. So I think the government is bringing in all these tech guys, and my guess is
They're trolling us,
trolling the government.
our government.
Oh no! I think they're just planning together what the goals of the nation are.
Yeah,
To
maybe a little
advance.
bit of both.
So yeah, TikTok, all of our data does go to the government. Right. That's
Yeah, let me see. There was a Jack Ma picture somewhere. Oh, maybe it's in here. Oh yeah, there he is.
You can barely tell that's him. Yeah,
He's got a smile though. You can see
Yeah.
those
he looks kinda
that
haggard.
line. His son has been going on shopping sprees in the U.S. But anyway, yeah. So that's the next thing. Also, other Chinese news. You know what the top 10 highest grossing films are of all time?
of all time,
Titanic.
for sure, Titanic, Avatar, Avatar 2.
Now okay, the list. Oh, we
But
got the top.
yeah, 3 or 4 out of the top, like half of them, I'm pretty sure belong to James Cameron.
So if you look at this list all the way, let's see.
There's 3:
Avatar,
Titanic.
Avengers, Spider-Man, Star Wars, Titanic. Oh, you guys were pretty right.
Yeah,
Now, they've all been pretty much American films, these top-grossing films, but for the first time,
is it Korean?
a Chinese film
Oh shit,
is now ranked number 9. Neza?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so...
that's crazy. China is so big.
You could produce its
That-
own metrics.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like if you get the majority of your people to watch it, like now it's the most watched
Yeah,
movie
exactly,
of all
yeah.
time.
yeah, so
Why doesn't India do that?
well, they have Bollywood, but I don't know why. What the
Are they
deal is
not?
there.
Are they not counting these metrics? Because
It's
there's
like-
no way an Indian movie did not make this list.
It's like soju's like the most drank hard liquor or something.
Because that's all Koreans
All
drink.
Koreans drink, yeah.
Whereas like in America, it's like you're either vodka or you're
Right.
tequila or you have all these options. But in Korea, it's soju or beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Soju or beer. That's it.
So you have a homogenous, like you command them what to do. You create that market.
Yeah, no. Of course, some people drink whiskey and stuff. The old people like me, but majority of people they stick with soju because it's one delicious and it's fucking cheap.
Yeah.
You get a bottle for like $5 in Korea. I'm pretty sure.
It's cheaper than water.
Yeah, these highest grossing films in India, I don't know how to... I don't know what a crore
That's
is.
crazy. It's like a Chinese movie I've never heard of.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what's Neji?
It's an animated... I'll show you.
Oh, I think I saw videos for that.
It's animated. It looks like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
There's
I'm
also
not
like
gonna lie, that did look really good.
even like video gaming. There's a Chinese game that.
Actually, I lied.
Black Myth Wukong.
Yes,
Yeah.
like that's all over now. that
I
my friends are
watched.
playing.
I watched the first one.
You've seen this.
I've seen the first one.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Was you watched it in like dubbed in English?
Yeah. I think
it
it.
about?
I think it was on Netflix actually.
Really?
It was on one of the streamings, either Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, one of those. But yeah, I saw Neja One. It's based on like old Chinese folklore.
Oh.
Yeah, so the first one came out in 2019, and this one came out just a few weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Came out on January 29th.
So it's already
That's crazy.
ranked number
Yeah.
989. Oh wow.
That's
so
crazy.
It grossed $1.6 billion on an $80 million budget.
But that makes sense because like Pixar Disney movies do all so well because one, there's not that much competition, but two, because like when it comes out, all the parents take their kids. But think about it, if all the Chinese parents take their kids, that's all of China. It's like half of China.
And if they didn't have their one-child policy, ooh.
I think they...
They don't have it anymore.
I don't
Did
think
they get rid of it?
It was abolished like 2016 or 13 or something like that.
Yeah, and but anyway, yeah. So a Chinese film has made the top 10. I think this is just the beginning. By the time we're dead, I think the top 10 will all be Chinese. It's got to be.
See what happens when we don't privatize things, kill our people, and then invest in our infrastructure? Yeah, that's what happens.
Our movies go to shit.
It's also the first Asian film to enter the top 10.
So I think that shows how much market power the Chinese.
Yeah.
Because I'm not presuming this is being watched worldwide. Maybe it is, but I'm presuming most of the market base is.
I'll
Well, I
watch
got
it.
you there. Never
I'll
mind.
watch it. But that's crazy because it was just released, which means it's just going to climb that chart, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically,
That is
technically,
crazy.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So, man.
But you should watch Neza 1. It's actually really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. 21st century will, by the end of the 21st century, we'll see who's the king.
Like, are we? I think we have to get. Are we normalizing that America is no longer number one?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah,
that
definitely.
that is the world
I've been
we're
trying to normalize that for so long. Yeah.
Exactly.
We stopped being number one so long ago.
And I think America trying to hold on to its number one position in the world as the power
It's
or
not
whatever.
cute.
'Cause, I
it's hurting the rest of
Yeah,
us.
I mean, think about it. Like, it was like when I was a kid is when they started being like, oh, America's education system is failing. At
Right,
which
right.
point it's like the obvious move would have been to invest in education because if education goes down, the economy goes down.
Yeah.
Innovation goes down. Like, it's like such common sense. But they don't because the 1% doesn't care how smart America is, you know?
I think it's like our generation where we were fed this one thing up to like middle school, high school, and then once you left, it just was the whole reality became
Yeah.
complete. So millennials, I think we're seeing this complete dissonance.
Yeah. So, yeah, but, talking to the people at the protest or the rally on Saturday, I did kind of try to push back a little on the China stuff. Like, well, what exactly is going on? Like, what about the USAID? A lot of it was going to funding journalists who were smearing China. And they're like, what journalists? So I was like, okay, this is going to be tough. But anyway, I'm going to have to invite them on the show again. All right, next thing. Elon Musk, he's head of what is Department of Government Efficiency
country.
thing?
Government efficiency, yeah.
he's-
Yeah. He has access to the Social Security database, and he posted some interesting things from there, which I think is interesting. We should take a look at it.
I like when someone used hashtag Musk Trump, and I thought today, I was like, we should call it Musky Trump because
Oh,
it's
that's just
twofold, right?
gross.
Because it sounds gross, but also
Oh.
but in Spanish, it's Musk and Trump, which means that they would hate it.
Yeah, Musk y Trump.
So Musky Trump, hashtag.
Yeah. So according to the Social Security database, these are the numbers of people in each age bucket. He said bucket with the death field set to false. So here we can see there's like, there's about 4 million, over 4 million people from the age of 100 to 109.
Wow, that's crazy.
3 million people from the age of 110 to 119.
That's crazier.
120 to 129,
What?
3.4
No,
million people.
no, that's
130 to
inaccurate.
139, nearly 4 million people.
No.
140 to 149.
So he's saying this
3
is fake. Like the
Well, he's saying, hey,
It's inaccurate.
Yeah, like what the hell is this? There are some people that are older than the country.
Oh my god.
Well, he says it himself. He put the death to false.
Wait, what do you mean?
He
Yeah,
set the
but-
death field to false. So this
Okay, but then-
essentially means that
They're living forever, or
So he's not counting anyone who died.
Well, if they die, shouldn't they remove it or? Yeah. So what?
so
okay.
I don't get because if I just look at this as a pedestrian, that's freaking crazy. Why are these people still on the record? So what does he mean by death? That's the part I'm kind of confused.
That's what I mean. But it doesn't clearly include everyone who didn't die because then all the numbers would be bigger. But it clearly messed up however the numbers are being reported.
Okay, so maybe he should post one that does not have death field set to false.
Or at least show us the whole spreadsheet.
Right, then just
Yeah,
like this.
Right, so that we can see
Screenshot.
what numbers he's inputting and what.
But I guess these are eligible. Wait, what is this? These are the numbers of people in each. No, okay. But are they eligible? Anyway.
So he's trying to make it seem like those are people who aren't alive, but they're collecting Social Security.
Right, there's some fraud going on.
Which doesn't make sense. The only fraudulent thing here is how he is showing his results.
This is the stuff they do. They give you a small sliver of a bigger picture.
Well, I mean, like, this is also coming from someone, I don't know if anyone has actually seen his interviews, but Elon Musk is a bumbling idiot.
He's not.
He says a whole bunch of words that don't mean anything. He just uses buzzwords.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like, yeah, he didn't really. Why would he set death to false? You know, other than to mislead. All right. Next thing. I found this thing about Chelsea Clinton. I didn't really get a chance to look into it, but it says Chelsea Clinton receives annually recurring funding from U.S. aid allocated by Obama for her foundation, which provides afternoon meals to children in Africa, India, and Bangladesh. One continent and 2 countries. However, as of today, the reported number of meals served stands at 11,886. That's a lot of meals, implying an astonishing cost of $1,410 per meal. Apparently, her net worth is $70 million. Her husband's net worth is $45 million. Her inheritance is $52. I don't know where this is coming from, but U.S. aid earnings $3.9 million a year. Real estate assets $25 million. Monthly spends $100,000, and an 8-car collection. So should Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, audit her?
Is this data correct? I don't know. There's no source. I don't know where any of this from.
Yeah, we don't know how accurate that is. Also, I don't think people know how organizations work.
Right. I mean,
You have to pay people to work. Just because they're a charity organization doesn't mean that people who work there don't have
Right.
bills to pay.
and these are international programs, so you probably have to deliver the food
Right.
across these or have vendors there.
Right.
But even the numbers, though, where are the numbers coming? I think that is my. Oh,
Do I
X
trust
is
the
just full of
Clintons?
So
No.
much garbage.
Do I trust the Clintons? No. But
Yeah. But make a better argument, my
right.
friend.
Be more transparent than that
Right.
bullshit.
Clinton has worked for McKinsey. Interesting. Avenue Capital Group. So what is this nonprofit? I can't really. But anyway, I'm sure if there's some corruption there, it'll be eventually discovered. Okay, so anyway, that's U.S. aid. Now let's move on to
That is
our.
the understatement of the year.
Let's move on to our story of the week.
Da-na.
Lindy Lee.
Oh.
Lindy Lee. She was born in the 90s in 1991.
Oh, she's younger than me.
Dang, she's young and she looks like that.
I know. I thought she was.
Look at that. Oh my God. Wait, go to that photo on the third row. What is that? Nope, that one. Oh my goodness. She's in her 30s.
She's 33.
Girl.
I think she's had
Girl.
a stressful life. You know, the Bernie bro abuse, maybe?
Girl, we've all had stressful lives. It's called skincare.
that eyeshadow.
Wow.
I
And
think
a mirror.
it seems like,
Oh, she was a congressional candidate too.
oh, wow, she did.
She's like the only Asian person I've ever seen that looks old. Yeah.
Aged horribly.
To me, she looks over 50.
She does.
All right, enough of the commentary on her face. Let's get. You guys are.
No, there
Not
are
just her face,
there are
sir.
comments about
Overall.
this. It is shocking.
You have a 4-male panel here. You keep talking about women's faces on this.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's true.
But she deserves it. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that Ktown?
No, it looks like
Yeah, I think it's New York.
Pennsylvania or whatever.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Or maybe DC, who knows? Anyway, this is Lindy Lee, and in 2016, I believe it was 2016, she was a Bernie supporter. You know, Bernie girl, whatever, supported Bernie's progressive values. In 2020, she turned against Bernie and started supporting Biden, saying Bernie sucks and whatever. And then she was supporting Kamala last year. And then after Kamala lost and Trump won, she started talking crap about the Democrats. And now she's Team MAGA. So the thing is, a lot of MAGA types are not really trusting her. They think she's a Trojan horse.
I don't think she's smart enough.
And I think there's a chance that Lindy Lee is a spy for the Chinese Communist Party. And she has been tasked, maybe, possibly, to just side with whoever gets in power and, infiltrate through those means.
Is this your opinion or is it what they're saying?
No, it's just my theory.
I don't know. I feel like China has better spies.
Comrade Lindy Lee,
I don't
China salutes you.
I think it's far more simple than that. She's just someone who makes money from talking. And what better way than be an ex-Dem going for MAGA and getting paid to be on the talking
I think
circuit?
she's just this spineless, greedy person.
Trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, but
somehow.
if she's a spy, that would be funnier, because
It would be, but I like to believe that with all the smart people in China innovating everything, they have someone smarter with social cues and
But so I have friends who are elected
Politics.
officials in San Gabriel Valley, and they're Asian, and they each got letters from the U.S. federal government saying that there's opportunities where Chinese government have tried to buy and curry favor for local elected officials, and they told me they're the only ones that got it. They didn't send to any of the other elected officials, just the Asian ones. So I'm sure there is something within government that there is infiltration. Maybe it's not Lindy Lee, but
yeah.
it's out there. It's happening.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I just am questioning, like you
Well,
said,
it's-
if it's
yeah.
Lindy Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, but Lindy Lee, she's so she's so self-hating, I think. She was saying how I don't even speak Chinese when she was being accused of being a plant. And then somebody found old videos of her speaking Chinese. So what do you say
Dude.
when you say you don't speak Chinese and then there's video, see? Chinese Communist Party murdered my great-grandpa in cold blood. I condemn the CCP and have all my whole life, including today. I can't even speak Chinese. I condemn Xi Jinping. I'm a proud American and would die for our country. Oh, God. People are defaming me, and it breaks my motherfucking heart, she told, was that Glenn Beck?
This is like an Asian kid from elementary school trying to be as white as possible, throwing out all the stuff to come out as American as possible.
Yeah, so where's the video of her speak? Anyway, there's more tweets. There's what is this? There's another self-hating Chinese. I guess her name is Shi Van Fleet. What a name! Oh wow, she's for real. Yeah, I've seen her before. She's like some kind of activist. So she says Shi Van Fleet has condemned self-hating Chinese Lindy Lee for not being self-hating enough. Fleet has made an open call among right-wing influencers to censor and cancel Lee, reminiscent of the great proletarian cultural revolution.
There can only be one.
So this is self-hating Chinese on self-hating Chinese violence.
Yeah, you would think. that
Hilarious.
they
This is
would-
hilarious.
They
Begging
would,
for scraps.
yeah. Or they would at least commiserate together.
Right, yeah.
Oh, and here's Doug. Doug tweeted, Fleet confirmed CCP triple agent. Okay. What is this? All these DEI morons, Asian American women are huge DEI beneficiaries. I don't know if that's true, but are going to start fighting each other as the DEI budgets shrink. Someone says both are fugly and work for the CIA. It's a North Korea China supporter here. Let's see. Deport these tethers. I don't know what that is. What's a tether?
It's like when you're tethered to something, you're tied to something, but I don't know what that means.
Tether on tether violence. They're both morons. Why do they all have the same look? I don't know.
Racist.
Okay. I'm being completely honest when I say the problem with China is it's filled with Chinese people. That's a line from Braveheart when Longshanks said, the problem with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
I don't know what that accent was. It was not Scottish.
Yeah.
I'd rather you do the Chinese accent.
You don't? Okay. Anyway. Shi Van Fleet says, Lindy Lee blocked me. Why? She is afraid of scrutiny by someone like me who knows communist tricks better than herself. Conservatives must wake up. All the buzz about her is not organic. Something is behind all this. Something not good. Definitely not good for MAGA. So she's saying, hey, this Lindy Lee's going to take over my role as the Asian woman in the MAGA movement. I got to get rid of her. And she's younger and almost, she appears to be maybe younger. And, you know.
There can only be one.
Because She Van Fleet also looks 50s. Anyway.
If you tell me she's in her 30s.
No, she's in her 40s and Lindy's in her 30s. Maybe. Who knows? So Lindy Lee blocked her fellow conservative, MAGA conservative, She Van Fleet. Communist China's official TV channel, CCTV, covered Lindy Lee's 2016 congressional race. CCP would never do it for, I guess, some other self-hating Chinese, Lily Tang Williams, for the simple reason that Lily is a conservative and anti-CCP. So she's saying that since Chinese media covered Lindy Lee's 2016 congressional run,
She's not actually anti-CCP.
yeah.
Is there a Korean equivalent to these kind of folks? Do we know them? Were they at the rally, or are they just not as vocal?
They're the types at the
rally?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, she blocked an army of true MAGA supporters. Okay, what else? Jason Smith. Oh, this is something else. Let me close this. All right, let me play some audio. Let me play something from 2020 when she was on, with Mehdi Hassan, who used to be with MSNBC, Al Jazeera. I think he's independent now, or working for some other media company now.
Sorry, it just really hit me bad because I drank a bunch of coffee. Is it okay if I run to the restroom?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. All right, so I'm going to play Mehdi Hassan's. Mehdi's pretty good, but sometimes I think he's a sniveling ass. But all right, let's check out Lindy's interview with Mehdi.
Proposed, for example, his ideas on climate change, and he's a very, very aggressive on gun violence. Gun violence is, for me, an existential threat, and I know so many voters in America feel the same way. Joe Biden is someone who, helped pass the assault weapons ban, which has been shown to reduce deaths by gun violence. Bernie Sanders voted against that multiple times. In addition, he also voted to prevent gun manufacturers from being held accountable. I don't want a candidate or a president who's being supported in the past by the NRA. It's just unconscionable that Americans walking down the street today cannot.
You didn't, just a very quick clarification.
Yes,
you didn't feel that
absolutely.
way in 2016?
My vote for Bernie was not, as I mentioned, wasn't a vote for Bernie. It was a vote against the establishment.
Okay, so in 2016, she voted for Bernie as a vote against the establishment.
And the 27, at that
But
point.
why are you now with the establishment?
I don't consider myself.
You don't consider Joe Biden to be establishment?
I'm the granddaughter of illiterate rice farmers.
Not you personally.
Because it's relevant that she's the granddaughter of illiterate rice farmers.
You don't consider Joe Biden the candidate you support to be establishment?
There is no establishment. I think this is almost like a myth. If there were truly an establishment, Bernie Sanders wouldn't have been able to get as far as he did.
Okay, but you just said you were against the establishment in 2016. Now you're saying there
Against
isn't an
Hillary
establishment.
Clinton, against
Okay.
So yeah, there's Lindy there.
Don't use those words. Jesus Christ.
And then she goes after Bernie again at, what is this, 12:45.
So she supported someone who's
So at this
sold
stage, she's
weapons.
for Biden right now.
She's for Biden
At
now.
this
She's
point.
over the Bernie. She's off the Bernie train.
It was just so crazy that she thinks that she could have been anti-guns and then now get support from MAGA.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly.
They should play
It's-
this video.
Like what?
Exactly. So I can see why they don't trust her.
So this is more that she says about Sanders.
I don't know why, but it kind of looks like she's wearing an ankle bracelet, which is hilarious.
Oh.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of look like she's wearing an ankle bracelet and her crossed heel?
I see the heels. But yeah. Oh, well, I got a closer view on my.
Oh, that makes sense.
But okay, here we go.
Oh, you're right. That screen's also darker.
What are we going to do about the many instances in which Senator Sanders praises communist Russia? He goes to Russia and comes back and says, I don't see any
What would you say to
deprivation.
people who say Joe Biden praised Hosni Mubarak, said he's not a dictator in the middle of the Arab Spring?
Americans do not have a deeply rooted sense of disdain for Hosni Mubarak versus socialism.
Okay, that's a political point, but in terms of the morals of it, we're out of time.
Okay, so
How do these people get on TV?
I know and get paid, but
don't
this is exactly this is
understand.
her shtick.
now this was 2020. Now check out more recently on Piers Morgan. I think a couple days ago, I got two clips here. One starts at 12:44. All right, here we go. All right.
Two people from opposing sides, both equally skeptical. If you're honest, if Kamala Harris had won, would you now be on a show like this as a diehard pro-Trumper? Or is it more likely if the Democrats had won, you'd have tried to help reform them and move forward from within, but from a winning position?
Well, what I mean is, Pierce, I tried to reform them. I've been here in December, I was still a Democrat. I was explaining why I couldn't be a Democrat anymore. The egregious treatment.
I get that, but you're slightly avoiding the question, which I do think is a valid question.
I'm trying to answer it. Sorry.
Well, you've been accused of being a Trojan horse by Eric, but Julie has rightly pointed out from the other side, well, hang on, if our side had won, right, where would you be now? Because ideologically, it's a massive, massive move to go from somebody who supports Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to somebody who supports Donald Trump.
I've always been on the conservative wing of the party, and there's a paper trail. 5 years ago, I went to war with the Bernie Bros. That's how I emerged on the public scene. That's how I got my start. I, as a conservative, refused to vote for Bernie Sanders because he went against everything I believed in.
I think the question, Lindy, I'm going to get off one more time. But the question really is, would you have been identifying as a conservative?
She can't quite answer the question, can she? She's having a hard time. And by the way, she's 33. Any comments so far? No? Okay.
On one hand, she's just someone who was building a career and using politics as doing that. And we have a media ecosystem that loves this kind of stuff.
Right.
And on the other hand, like, how is this news? How is this worth Piers Morgan? Is this when he was on CNN?
No, it was
this
the other week.
Oh, it was on the other
This
week.
is like
Okay.
2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago.
So, like, it's just, for me, this is just like fodder that only
Entertainment.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So,
Yeah. So she can't answer the question
If Kamala
because she knows she'd all be Team Kamala.
Harris...
That's what I mean. Like 5 years ago, I was already identifying as a conservative and attacking Bernie Sanders.
No, but that's not my question. My question was, if Kamala had won, would you now be appearing on this panel as a conservative or as a Democrat?
I would be appearing, if not as a conservative Republican, I would be appearing as a conservative Democrat, as I've always been. I have tons of Fox News articles.
I don't think
She's always been a conservative
I
Democrat.
don't think she's even realizing that
What?
she's admitting to the fact that she just is a flip-flopper.
Right.
She's just a bandwagoner.
Yeah. And then here's the great part. They ask her, who did you vote for? And
This election cycle?
yeah, she couldn't.
Yeah, because she
wasn't
voted for
prepped for that.
Kamala.
Where is it? It's
there's not that many even like Asian talking heads to begin with. And right, this is...
and then they use idiots like her.
On purpose.
So
Look what
out of
happened to you when
interest, who did you vote for in the election?
In 2024,
Yeah.
I voted for one person. I actually ignored everybody else on the ballot
Well, who
I
did
was
you
like,
vote
you can
for?
only vote for one person.
because I couldn't bring myself to vote for the Democrats. I was so disgusted.
So you voted Trump?
What would she say?
Can I plead the fifth?
No.
I will just say that. Let me just say one thing. I
No,
was
you
so
can't plead the
disgusted
fifth.
with the Democrat.
Come on,
What did you say?
Who did you vote for?
I will say that I voted for one person on the ballot.
Yeah, who?
Because I was so disgusted with the Democrats, I couldn't vote
I hate you,
for.
but who? Who did you
any
vote
of them.
for?
I bet
Anyway,
she
it
voted
just
for
keeps
him.
going on like this.
Answer.
And eventually she gives a name. She voted this guy, Bob Casey, for Senate or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, she sounds like she didn't vote for president.
I mean, is there a way we can check?
No.
No?
That's why it's weird that she just doesn't lie.
Yeah. Yeah, she should just lie. Maybe she's worried that, it'll be found out anyway. But, yeah, that's Lindy Lee. Don't ever trust her. She just, in a few more years when, people become more, more friendly with China and start to see like, oh, China has some cool things, and people start, liking China and wanting to visit there and travel there and all that. I assume Lindy Lee will then join the Communist Party. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for Lindy Lee. I hear that she's going to be suing people who call her a communist or whatever. So That sounds like something a communist would do.
Oh no, we should lawyer up.
That's funny. Do you think Piers Morgan is being paid to spread anti-Chinese rhetoric? Because this dynamic here.
I'm sure he's paid
It's
by
very loud.
someone to feed him to push those buttons.
Yeah. I mean,
he's like-
doesn't
It's
he-
like, especially with the recent uptick with like Red Note or Little Red Book or whatever,
Right.
and like a lot of American people being like, well, wait, China's not bad. Wait, America's been feeding us propaganda about China. Now I'm wondering, like, how far will the American government then go to try to combat that?
To push that narrative.
Yeah. So, Piers, I think he still works for Rupert Murdoch because low key, the rapper brought it up, said, you work for Rupert Murdoch, whose money went to funding his settlements in the West Bank. Do you condemn Rupert Murdoch? Do you condemn Rupert Murdoch? And Piers was like, I don't. So anyway, that's that. On to our closer. This is our third time we're doing a Hank U clip of the week.
Oh, God.
We're only going to show a couple seconds. So here's Hank. He sent me this video, but it ended up on Twitter anyway. Looks like he's a proud South Korean. Let's check it out.
Oh my God, it's a 2-minute video?
I'm only going to play like 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Korean anthem.
You don't fuck this.
Bro, at least like do a good transition.
Bobbing his head.
That's more like it.
Okay, so I don't know why he uses that Chinese flag because the Chinese flag I know has stars on it instead of that's Chinese characters for 8 and 1. So I don't know what the 8-1 means, but it must have some kind of meaning that Hank likes. But yeah, there's Hank.
But
All right.
What's with that outfit?
And is he in someone's basement? I don't.
I think that's his
understand.
home.
Oh,
That's his office towel or whatever they call it there. Anyway, Hank, I'm still working on an interview with him, and yeah. All right. So anyway, thanks to Ed and John Yee and Ron Schaller for joining us today. You guys have any final words, John? Any thoughts on anything we discussed today?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was getting ready to comment on Hank, and I haven't been given final words.
Oh yeah. What's the
Comment
reason?
on
for
Hank.
Hank?
No, I mean I'll lump it up together, which is get off the internet, talk to real people, experience your life, and don't be informed by things you just see on your phones.
Wise words.
I don't.
Don't be fooled by the Black Mirror. This is the Black Mirror, right?
Jeez.
Da-da-da.
All right. And you know why there's no Black Mirror episodes?
Why?
Because reality is more interesting than anything they could
Those
do.
robot dogs?
No,
That shit
they
came to
announced
life.
a new season. Yeah, this year. There's a new season coming out this year.
Oh, I love Black Mirror.
Season 7? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They're up to season 7 now?
Yeah.
Is that Salma?
oh.
Yeah, they've been releasing like
30 years after Desperado, she still looks like this?
Yeah.
She must be like 56.
Guarantee you she's getting vampire
There was a
facials.
video
She's 58.
from.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there was
God.
like a video from her 150th birthday, like dancing in a pool that everyone was going crazy about.
Yeah, she looks
Oh,
amazing.
my
Her,
goodness.
Lucy Liu, like they're just women
If
of
you got
color
money,
who just are not
you
aging.
can-
All right, so
Yeah, vampire facials.
When's it
I
coming
just want
out?
to be rich enough to get vampire facials.
yeah, so Black
think
Mirror
that's-
is going to come out.
Put your inject blood in your face.
Yeah, they like
Gosh, I don't know. We'll
pull it
see.
out and they like spin it.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Forever young.
Any words for you, Doug? I mean, Ed?
Oh,
I'm not offended by that. It's because I just sang Forever Young, and that's the first time.
Forever Young.
The first time he's ever heard that song, so I think forever associates it with Doug.
He's
So
never heard.
he had never heard it before.
Because Doug had a song called Forever Young, and like a music. He's like, I want to be forever young. I thought that was an original song, and then I was somewhere in public and I heard Forever Young.
How
I'm
do you
like,
know that?
Doug did a remake or whatever. I didn't know that. I thought that was all original.
They did a cover.
Yeah, right. It was a cover
Yeah, it
or
was
whatever.
a parody.
Parody, yeah. Anyway, what about Young? Oh wait, yeah. Final words.
I don't.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
Ron, welcome to your first appearance. You didn't have much to say.
No,
What are your thoughts?
Just thanks for having me, and sorry I didn't bring more to the table.
It's okay. We just needed a body. Yeah. All right. Well,
Ron didn't know he was going to be on here till like 10 minutes before.
Yeah, or I would have brushed up on my
Everything.
Chinese current events.
yeah. Well, thank you for joining us anyway. And we'll see you next time for episode 100 with David Kim, Hajin Cho, Ed Choi, and we got Kevin Wu from UKISS, who will be joining for an interview for the second half, and I'll be there for like the beginning for the 100th episode. So this is episode 99, and we say peace out.
99 problems,
But
something ain't one.